Hello Bachas, welcome to the Story Island. Today I'm going to tell you a wonderful story about ducks. But before I begin, I'm going to sing a rhyme. 5 little ducks. You got to sing with me. Let us start. 5 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 4 little ducks came back. 4 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 3 little ducks came back. 3 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 2 little ducks came back. 2 little ducks went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but only 1 little duck came back. 1 little duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Mama duck said quack, 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 but none of the little ducks came back. Sad mother duck went out one day over the hills and far away. Sad mama duck said quack, 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 and all of the 5 little ducks came back. Today I'm going to tell you a story about a mama duck and some ducklings. Have you heard that story before? Let's check it out. So this is the story about a duckling who was very different from his siblings. Alright, let's get started. Once upon a time, on a farm, there lived many animals, like a cow, a sheep, horse, and in a pond, this duck. But today's story is about this mama duck. Mama duck was very happy these days. Do you know the reason why? Well, she had laid 3 eggs. She was expecting 3 babies. Now, baby ducks are known as ducklings. That's right. So, mama duck was eagerly awaiting her ducklings. One day as she was guarding her eggs, she suddenly heard a crackling sound. She saw that one of the eggs had cracked and out popped a baby duck, a duckling, such a sweet one. And after a few minutes, another crackling sound, out popped the second duckling. Now mama duck thought that the 3rd baby would be out soon. But the 3rd egg took a lot of time to crack open. Towards the afternoon, the crackling sound was again there. Mama was very delighted, for the 3rd duckling also came in. The 3rd duckling. Right. Now mama duck was very pleased to see all 3 of her babies. They were really beautiful. All 3 of them had very bright and big eyes and lovely beaks. However, mama duck was a bit surprised, for she thought to herself, I love all 3 of my babies, but why is it that one of them is grayish white in color? This is really surprising. But then she started to love all of them equally. But the 2 duck brothers were not very happy with their sibling. They did not play with this one and neither allowed that duckling to have any food. Soon, this duckling became very alone. The only friends that duckling had was this butterfly who used to fly over the farm, and also there was this clownfish who lived in the pond. This duckling would speak to the clownfish about his agony. One day he said to the clownfish, I am soon going to run away from this farm. My brothers don't love me, they don't play with me, I no longer wish to stay with them. And then one night, when this duckling found that Mama Duck and the two brother ducks were fast asleep, he ran away from that farm. He kept on running until he grew very tired and went off to sleep. And then in the morning, when he woke up, he found that he was inside a jungle. In order to save himself from the wild animals, the little duckling soon found a house for himself. That house was really empty. He hid himself inside that house for two reasons: to safeguard himself from the wild animals and to protect himself from the cold. Winters had already arrived. It was snowing everywhere, and the duckling found a good solace in that empty house. Soon months passed by, and one fine day the duckling saw that it was a bright sunny day. Looks like the winters are all gone and it's springtime. Let me go out and have a look for myself. He went out of his house and started to walk. It was so beautiful outside. Lush green trees, the chirping of the birds. It soon found that it could even flap its wings. The duckling was very, very happy. He kept on walking until he reached a pond. And in that pond, he found many swans swimming all around. He thought to himself, maybe I should make them my friends. But oh no, who would like to talk to such a different looking duckling like me? Maybe I should not. Thinking, he started to walk. But then he thought to himself, maybe I could just swim inside all by my own. Thinking so, he looked inside the pond and saw his reflection. My goodness! He was no longer the different looking duckling, but he had become this beautiful swan. He was so delighted, realized, my goodness, all this time I kept thinking to myself that I am so different from my duck brothers, but actually I wasn't a duckling. I was a cygnet. I was a baby swan, and that's the reason I looked so different from all of them. Now is my chance. I'll go to the other swans and make them my friends. So he quickly swam across and met the other swans and asked them whether they would be his friends. All of them agreed. And soon this swan was a very happy one, for he had made friends who had now become their family. So this was a beautiful story about a different looking duckling who was not actually a duckling but a swan. And the moral of the story is, there is nobody who is ugly. Every single person or every single animal is beautiful. Maybe there can be somebody who is different from us, their skin wise, their looks wise, but that does not mean that they are ugly. People are just different and we should respect all of them. Hope you like this story. I'll be back soon with more such fun stories. Till then, take care all of you bachas.